Let's kick things off with a timeless RPG that's often regarded as one of the greatest games ever made, Chrono Trigger. Released in 1995, Chrono Trigger has managed to stay relevant thanks to its masterful combination of time travel, memorable characters, and a story that still resonates today. The game follows a group of heroes as they journey across multiple time periods to prevent the apocalypse. One of the standout features is its unique active time battle system, which brought a new level of engagement to turn-based combat. Every character is unique, and their personal stories blend seamlessly into the larger narrative. You'll travel from prehistory to a dystopian future, and each time period offers new challenges and insights into the world's lore. The best part? Chrono Trigger has multiple endings, meaning every decision you make alters the outcome of the story. Its replayability, combined with an emotional and engaging narrative, makes it a game you will regret not playing before you die. Now, let's jump into the realm of 3D platformers with the groundbreaking Super Mario 64. Released in 1996 for the Nintendo 64, this was Mario's first adventure in 3D, and it set the bar for how platformers would be designed for decades. The game offers unparalleled freedom for its time. Whether it's scaling mountains, diving into oceans, or jumping through paintings to explore new worlds, Super Mario 64 redefined the genre. Each level feels distinct, filled with secrets and challenges that encourage exploration and creativity. What makes Super Mario 64 so special is its timeless charm. Despite being over 2 decades old, the controls are fluid, the level design is genius, and the sense of discovery is as satisfying as ever. Whether you've played it before or not, Super Mario 64 is an adventure you need to revisit before it's too late. Moving into the realm of RPGs, Dragon Age Origins is a fantasy epic you won't want to miss. BioWare crafted a richly detailed world filled with deep lore, political intrigue, and memorable characters. In Dragon Age Origins, you play as a Grey Warden, one of the last of an ancient order tasked with defending the world from an ancient evil known as the Blight. The game's combat offers a mix of real-time action and strategic pauses, allowing you to plan out your battles with a level of depth rarely seen in RPGs. But the real heart of Dragon Age is its narrative. Your choices carry weight, affecting the fates of your companions and even entire kingdoms. Whether you're engaging in complex moral dilemmas, forging alliances, or leading armies into battle, Dragon Age Origins is an unforgettable experience that will pull you into its world and keep you there long after the credits roll.
Momentum.
Now, let's take a look at Portal 1 and 2, two puzzle platformers that blend clever game mechanics with dark humor and excellent storytelling. The first Portal introduces you to the mysterious Aperture Science Labs, where you're given the task of solving puzzles using a handheld portal device. What starts as a series of seemingly harmless tests slowly turns into a fight for survival as you uncover the darker intentions of the game's AI overseer, GLaDOS. The brilliance of Portal lies in its simplicity. The puzzles are intuitive, yet the solutions often require creative thinking. Portal 2 takes things to the next level, expanding the game's story and mechanics with the addition of gels, co-op mode, and more elaborate puzzles. The writing is sharp, and the characters, especially GLaDOS and Wheatley, bring humor and depth to an already compelling experience. Both games offer a blend of challenging gameplay and engaging storytelling that will leave you hooked from start to finish.
Get ready to fling yourself.
We can't talk about unforgettable games without mentioning Half-Life 2. Valve's first-person shooter revolutionized the genre with its storytelling, world-building, and innovative physics engine. You play as Gordon Freeman, a scientist-turned-resistance fighter in a dystopian world ruled by the alien Combine. Half-Life 2 is known for its environmental storytelling. There's no cutscenes or exposition dumps. Instead, the world itself tells the story, with each area and enemy encounter adding layers to the narrative. One of the game's standout features is the gravity gun, which allows you to manipulate objects in the environment in creative ways. Whether you're using it to solve puzzles or hurling objects at enemies, the gravity gun adds a new dimension to the gameplay. The game's pacing is perfect, seamlessly blending action, exploration, and quiet moments of tension. With its incredible narrative and gameplay innovations, Half-Life 2 remains a must-play for any fan of the FPS genre.
Held. This place is a dump. I can't see Sokolov from here. The security is pretty tight.
Shifting gears, let's dive into Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, a stealth action game that stands as one of the finest in its genre. Set during the Cold War, you play as Naked Snake, sent deep into the Soviet Union to stop a nuclear threat. What sets Snake Eater apart from other stealth games is its blend of action, survival mechanics, and cinematic storytelling. You'll have to hunt for food, heal injuries in real time, and use camouflage to avoid detection in the jungle environments. The game's boss fights are legendary, particularly the Battle with the End, a sniper duel that can take hours as you stalk each other through a massive forest. The story is filled with political intrigue, emotional twists, and deep character development, making Metal Gear Solid 3 not just a great stealth game, but a deeply affecting narrative experience. You'll regret not playing this one for the sheer thrill of its gameplay and the depth of its story.
Huh?
Shit! Look at the size of it!
Next, we have the Mass Effect Trilogy, BioWare's magnum opus. Across 3 games, you take on the role of Commander Shepard, a soldier tasked with saving the galaxy from an ancient threat known as the Reapers. What sets Mass Effect apart is its focus on player choice. Decisions you make in one game carry over into the next, affecting the fate of characters, planets, and entire civilizations. The relationships you build with your crew are at the heart of the series, making the narrative feel personal and impactful. The galaxy is full of rich lore, political intrigue, and deep emotional moments, making every conversation and mission feel significant. Combat evolves across the trilogy, offering tactical depth and customization options, but the real hook is the story. Few games offer the kind of emotional investment that Mass Effect does, and by the end, you'll feel like you've truly experienced something monumental. Now let's dive into the strange open-world delivery simulator that is Death Stranding. Hideo Kojima's post-apocalyptic vision of America is unlike anything else in gaming. You play as Sam Porter Bridges, tasked with reconnecting a fractured society by delivering supplies across treacherous landscapes filled with supernatural threats. The game's mechanics are centered around traversal. You'll need to carefully balance your cargo, plan your routes, and manage your stamina as you cross rivers, mountains, and vast open plains. It's a meditative experience, punctuated by moments of intense action when you encounter ghostly beasts or hostile human factions. While Death Stranding may not be for everyone, its unique gameplay, stunning visuals, and thought-provoking story make it an experience you'll regret not trying, even just to see something so unconventional. If you're a fan of fast-paced action, Titanfall 2 is an FPS that demands your attention. What sets Titanfall 2 apart from other shooters is its fluid movement system and the inclusion of massive mechs called Titans. The single-player campaign is short but incredibly well-designed, offering a variety of missions that take full advantage of the game's mechanics. One standout level, Effect and Cause, has you shifting between two timelines to solve puzzles and fight enemies. A mechanic so clever it leaves a lasting impression. The multiplayer is just as innovative, with fast wall-running pilots clashing against each other and powerful titans. Titanfall 2's blend of parkour-like movement and heavy mech combat creates a dynamic experience that is simply unmatched in other shooters. You'll regret missing this one, especially if you love FPS games with a twist. Let's shift to a survival game that has been quietly gaining a massive following, Project Zomboid. In this open-ended, isometric survival game, you're dropped into a zombie apocalypse with one goal: survive as long as possible. Project Zomboid stands out because of its sheer depth. Everything from hunger and fatigue to weather and illness can affect your survival chances. You'll need to scavenge for food, fortify your shelter, and manage your resources wisely. The world is hostile, and death can come swiftly if you're not careful. The game's open-ended nature means that every playthrough feels different, and the threat of permadeath adds tension to every decision you make. Project Zomboid is a game that rewards careful planning and resourcefulness, and it's an experience that will stick with you long after your final character has fallen. We can't talk about essential gaming experiences without mentioning the Witcher Trilogy. While The Witcher 3: Wild Hunt often gets the most attention, the entire trilogy is a masterclass in world-building, storytelling, and character development. You play as Geralt of Rivia, a monster hunter navigating a morally gray world filled with political intrigue, dark magic, and personal drama. The choices you make have real consequences, and the complex characters you meet along the way make every decision feel meaningful. The combat evolves across the series, blending swordplay, magic, and alchemy in a way that keeps each encounter engaging. Whether you're exploring the dangerous wilderness or unraveling the mysteries of a corrupt kingdom, the Witcher Trilogy offers an expansive, richly detailed world that any RPG fan will regret missing. Shadow of the Colossus is another game that strips away the unnecessary elements of traditional gaming, leaving you with a raw, emotional experience. You play as a lone warrior, tasked with defeating 16 towering colossi to bring a loved one back to life. Each colossus is a puzzle unto itself, requiring you to figure out how to scale these giants and deliver the final blow. The world is hauntingly empty, which adds to the game's emotional weight. There's no dialogue, no side quests, just you, your horse, and the colossi. The sense of scale and isolation is unmatched, and by the time you defeat the final colossus, you'll be left questioning the morality of your actions. Shadow of the Colossus is a game that will leave a lasting impression, and it's one you'll regret not playing for its sheer emotional impact. Super Mario Odyssey is next, offering a joyful and creative adventure through the Mushroom Kingdom and beyond. This game is a celebration of everything that makes Mario great, with tight controls, inventive level design, and a whimsical world that begs to be explored. Mario's new companion, Cappy, adds a fresh twist to the gameplay by allowing you to capture and control enemies, opening up endless possibilities for puzzles and platforming. Each kingdom is brimming with secrets, challenges, and surprises, making Super Mario Odyssey a game that's hard to put down once you start exploring. Whether you're a longtime Mario fan or new to the series, Super Mario Odyssey is a game you won't want to miss.
Yeah.
Finally, we have Assassin's Creed 2, the game that solidified the franchise's place in gaming history. You step into the shoes of Ezio Auditore, an assassin seeking revenge during the Italian Renaissance. The game's open world is packed with historical landmarks, and the parkour mechanics make exploring cities like Venice and Florence a joy. The story is engaging, filled with political intrigue and personal vendettas, while the combat system feels fluid and satisfying. Assassin's Creed 2 took everything that worked in the first game and improved upon it, making it a must-play for fans of action-adventure games.
So it's Vieri. I'd better hide.
And last but certainly not least, Fallout New Vegas is a post-apocalyptic RPG that stands out as one of the best in the genre. Set in the Mojave Desert, you play as a courier who's been left for dead and must navigate a world filled with factions, moral dilemmas, and the ever-present danger of radiation. What makes New Vegas so special is its focus on player choice. Every decision you make can have far-reaching consequences, from who controls New Vegas to the fate of entire settlements. The writing is sharp, the world is richly detailed, and the freedom to approach missions in multiple ways makes every playthrough feel unique. If you love RPGs that challenge you to think critically and make tough choices, Fallout New Vegas is a game you can't afford to skip.